You'd think during an election campaign that people like Nadine Dorries would be silenced or sidelined, but no, she's back in the centre of things, and she's still promoting her extraordinarily exciting book, The Plot. In an article yesterday in the Daily Mail, she launches into a scathing attack on Sue Gray, alleging that Sue Gray's investigation of Boris Johnson's Partygate was a politically motivated effort to bring him down because she had been denied an appointment that she was hoping to get, and that in her initial assessment, the Partygate thing was not important. Once she was brought in, having been denied this advancement elsewhere, she was out to get Boris because it was an act of spite. Nadine Dorries then points to Gray's subsequent appointment as Keir Starmer's chief of staff to demonstrate evidence of her bias, and that exposes her true Labour affiliations. But the whole idea of the civil service is it's supposed to be impartial, and so I think Nadine Dorries' attack there is a bit of a damp squib. She argues that Gray's report was selectively biased, driven by anti-Boris media and Remain establishment voices that wanted to use the scandal as a pretext to oust him and destroy the government. Gray, who'd built a reputation as a powerful figure in the Cabinet Office, was accused of leveraging her position to shape the narrative against Johnson, providing reassurances to him, nevertheless, that were then contradicted in her final report. Beyond Gray, Dorries also targets Michael Gove, Dominic Cummings, Doogie Smith, and an enigmatic figure that she refers to as Dr. No, and she described a long-standing conspiracy among these individuals to undermine Johnson, to disrupt the Conservative Party from within, and to shatter the government. And she claims that Gove's betrayal during the party leadership contest and his alleged authorization of Gray's transition talks with Labour exemplifies this internal sabotage. I think she has tasted too much conspiracy theory nonsense, has indulged too much in that drug, and wants, like so many conspiracy theorists, to see a single explanation to everything. The single explanation in the case of Gove is that he wants an easier life, and he also wants to put his mark on everything. Gove is like an unneutered male cat running around the place, spraying the walls just to let everyone know that he's still there. And he's still doing it, by the way, now, even though he's stepped down from real politics. He's not standing in the general election, but you wouldn't know it to judge by the ubiquitous presence that he maintains on television. So Nadine goes on to elaborate in her book about a thing called the movement. This isn't a bowel thing. This is a group she believes has been manipulating the Conservative Party for decades, and she recalls a historical context involving Norman Tebbit and the Federation of Conservative Students, tying Gove, Cummings, Smith to this long-standing agendum of disruption. And again, I think she's loopy, but endlessly entertaining. And if you haven't read The Plot, go and get a copy, because it's great fun. It's a page-turner. It's like James Bond written in the style of some sort of bodice ripper. It is pure fantasy and nonsense, but gripping. Really, really very gripping. Her narrative paints a picture of a coordinated effort by political insiders to destabilize Johnson's leadership to reshape the Conservative Party. Well, it is being reshaped. It's being shattered and driven by this mix of personal vendettas and ideological agendum, and she portrays Johnson as a victim not only of COVID but of a deeply entrenched political conspiracy, with Gray's report serving as the catalyst to bring down the master. I don't know who Dr. No is.